Welcome back to my channel, you guys. Lynn here with a brand new video. So today we are taking care of everything that we needed to do before the fall season kind of gets cold outside. I had a couple of furniture that I wanted to take care of, and this is one of them. So I'm gonna be cleaning her up and giving her a good clean before I start fixing it up for the inside of the house. And you guys are gonna see all of the details of this project. So if you are new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Love having you guys here, so definitely stay tuned for more projects that I have coming up in the future. So one thing I wanted to let you guys know is if you ended up clicking on this video, definitely go ahead and leave a like and a comment below what your favorite thing was about this video. I know that fall is kind of wrapped up already. A lot of people already did all of the decorations, so I want to ask you guys to please, if you click on this video and you enjoy it, go ahead and leave a like button, and I will definitely appreciate that from you guys. So yeah, let's go ahead and take care of this little side table. I was thinking of putting it in the entrance area, kind of like as a like where we come in. This will be like the area where we put our keys and such, so it'll sort of be like in the living room. And yeah, that is my plan for this gorgeous piece right here. So as you guys can see, I'm about to use my favorite gloves as well as some dish soap to be able to give this girl a nice and thorough clean. These gloves are really nice and durable. I will link them in the description box for you guys. You can definitely try them out. I have an Amazon storefront that you guys can always utilize, so I take the time to find you guys the links and everything like that, so that you are able to get these projects done and you know, have the same tools or the resources that you guys need to be able to do so. So as you guys can see here, I'm just using a microfiber cloth to just go over this and just kind of really give it a nice clean. And since we're outside, I'm just gonna let it air dry. I'm just going into all these crevices. She is a second-hand piece of furniture, so we just want to make sure that it is as clean as possible. I'm also going to end up flipping her to the side so that I can give her a really nice and thorough clean. Okay, so right here I'm gonna move into removing the screws with my drill. I was really happy when I found this table, actually. I saw it and immediately knew exactly where I wanted to put it in our house. So yeah, I'm just taking care of all the hardware. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about fall. So right now, trying to prep for Christmas and everything like that has kind of taken away from the fall decorations, because obviously a lot of people had them done earlier than that. But for me, it was kind of, you know, I put Christmas as the main priority, and I was working on a lot of those videos, which you guys should definitely check out, by the way. Before I tell you guys that, I'm going to be fixing this crack that you guys see on the leg of the table. I'm going to be making my own DIY wood filler. So I'm using my tight bond glue as well as my orbital sander. I'm using the leftover wood grinds. I found this hack on TikTok, which is actually really helpful. It fills the cracks, and you don't have to buy wood filler that is going to how do I say this, you know, dry out on you, because it's very wood filler is very expensive, and when it does dry out, it's very, very hard to kind of replace. So I'm just going to be filling this in the cracks where you guys see right here. Again, using my gloves, making sure that I spread that out evenly and fill in where that crack is. So I'm just making sure to fill that up. I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm going to sand it down a little bit. And yeah, this is going to make it so much easier to be able to fill all of those cracks. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and work on sanding down the hardware and giving it another color. So what I was trying to say about fall is that even with this video, I almost didn't even post it because it's just so crazy how fast we move on with different types of content. You know, obviously with Christmas coming up, it's like focusing on just the holiday seasons and kind of skipping over Thanksgiving and fall and just like those decorations. It's like, you know, by the end of the summer we should have already prepared, but nonetheless I kind of forced myself. I was like, no, if the content is here and I did it already, even if it doesn't get a lot of views, I am still going to post it because I love crafting and I absolutely love fall, the autumn colors and just the atmosphere change of, like, you know, it gets colder and now everyone has to get kind of cozy. And yeah, so I kind of respected the fact that I put a lot of work into some of these projects that you guys are seeing here. So that is why when I asked you guys to support the channel with a like or commenting or interacting with any of the videos, that is why I asked you guys to do that, because I love sharing these DIYs with you guys and they are a lot of work, but I don't mind. I absolutely love sharing them with you, and I hope that, you know, in the future you guys will definitely enjoy seeing the growth of the channel as well. So yeah, I ended up painting these hardware pieces with this gold paint, and the nice thing about this gold paint is that you can let it dry and then over time it's going to change color, and I really like that about it. So the table is prepped and ready to go. I'm going to be using this Rust-Oleum black matte paint, and I started using this brush but it didn't work for me, so I ended up having to kind of switch it out for a roller, which made the job a lot easier for me. So that is what I'm going to end up doing. I'm just going to paint this table. So with this table, it had a matte white paint on it, so I knew that I didn't have to sand it, and that is exactly why I didn't sand it. I started sanding it, but then I realized I was like, it doesn't really need it. So it held on to the black paint pretty well. So that is why I didn't sand it. But yeah, I absolutely love doing these DIYs with you guys. Keep on watching, and you guys can go ahead and comment down below what your favorite like fall decorations are, what your favorite thing to do during fall is. I love chatting with you guys in the comment section, so go ahead and leave a comment, and I will be sure to try and get back to you. And yeah, so let's have a conversation while I go ahead and paint this beautiful little chest. I don't really know what to call it, but this beautiful furniture piece. Okay, you guys, so the project isn't over yet. I really love how this furniture piece came out, and I am loving it in the space. So what I want to do right here above this wall, I really want to add these beautiful mirrors that I thrifted, and here they are. I absolutely love the wood color, but I feel like it would be a little bit better if I ended up painting it black, just like the furniture piece that you guys see downstairs. So I'm gonna go ahead and hand paint that. I'm not gonna tape off the mirror just because there was a little bit of a gap in between the wood. So I just went ahead and gave this a thorough clean and then just hand painted it. One thing that I've learned with cleaning mirrors is that one really good tip is to clean them with newspapers. The fibers of the newspapers are just like really stuck together, so it just like gives off this really nice effect when you clean it off with that. So it removes a lot of the dust and debris that you want to remove on the mirrors. And these guys were sitting at the thrift store for a while, so I really wanted to breathe some new life into them. So let's go ahead and start painting it off with this acrylic paint that I have. Okay, you guys, so here's what the mirror turned out like. I absolutely loved it. I had to do it with a small brush. If any of you guys are wondering why I would do it with a small brush, it did take me longer, but using a bigger brush would have kind of messed everything up and smeared all over the glass, so I didn't want that. But either way, we are done with the project, and now it's time to hang them up. So I laid the mirrors, both of them, onto the surface of this table, and I'm going to do this hack that I saw on Pinterest for the first time. So basically, you want to align how you want your pictures to be, and then you're going to use some masking tape to kind of plot out where the screw holes can go. And yeah, so I'm gonna try out this technique and see how it works. Basically, you just want to kind of make your markings where you see that they are needed, and I'm just using this pencil here to mark them out. And then you're gonna take off that masking tape from whatever picture frame you are hanging, and you're just going to apply it to the wall. Make sure that it is nice and leveled, which I did with my leveler, and so then you can see exactly where to drill. I think that this is absolutely a great hack to use if you are working on any different types of projects. So yeah, you guys will see this is exactly how that process went, and you can just rip off the masking tape once you have ensured that your frames are nice and hung up. So I'm just going to go ahead and attempt to place these onto the wall and make sure that they are nice and secure, because we don't want these falling down. And yeah, this was really nice and secure, and you guys will see exactly how this turned out. I absolutely loved it. We're gonna get ready for the next project. Okay, so you guys, the next project that I want to share with you guys is this really cute fake branch idea. If you like kind of creating your own garlands or creating your own, fake leaves, I think that this is such a great idea. So I'm just using this brown paper that I had. It's kind of like a little bit of a thicker cardstock paper, and I'm just drawing these random leaf patterns on there, and then I'm gonna lay it down. But first I'm gonna go ahead and cut them. What I did was I went outside and I grabbed a branch from a tree that we have, and I thought that that branch was fit to be able to hold these leaves and make it look like a really nice piece of decoration. So as you guys know, I love doing budget-friendly DIYs over here. So using things that you already have in your home to be able to create sort of like a beautiful atmosphere. So I really love that. One thing I really like about home decor is that it really doesn't take anything super sophisticated to be able to kind of change a space and make it feel like your own. And so I love incorporating just these beautiful details of handmade decorations that I think just kind of elevate your space, whether you're in an apartment, in your own home, whatever space you have. Don't be afraid to kind of switch things up a little bit, and don't be afraid of your own handmade creations either. I know that when you first start crafting, it can get a little difficult to kind of have confidence in the things that you create, but definitely it's just trial and error. Just kind of look on Pinterest, get some ideas, look on YouTube. My page has a ton of ideas, so definitely utilize the resources that you have to be able to kind of create these beautiful effects here. So as you guys see, cutting out these leaves is absolutely a really fun process. What I do is I put on a movie and I just kind of relax and build and make as many decorations as I can. So keep on watching and I will show you guys just how I was able to kind of create this fake dry branch leaves idea that I had in my head. So keep on watching. Okay, so this part of the project here is where I'm going to start showing you guys how I make these leaves look extra realistic. So as you guys saw, I am just folding the ends of the leaves diagonally, and then you guys can see that you get this really nice 3D effect. So this was the only brown paper that I had, and it's this wrapping paper. It had a little bit of like snowflake designs on them, but since this is the only brown paper I had, I just kind of went along with it. The parts that show the snowflakes are very light, so I didn't think that this affected it at all, so I just went ahead and did did that. So yeah, as you guys can see, these projects are super easy to do. Go ahead and share them with your family and friends and others who also love crafting. I think that I have just so much joy for crafting, and just like it brings me so much joy to be able to do it. And it's lovely when other people can compliment and say, wow, this is such a beautiful and clever idea. So yeah, I just really love being able to create and share these ideas with you guys. Do not forget to like this video and make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. I definitely love having you guys here on the channel with me, and it is a really fun journey so far. So I hope that we can keep growing this YouTube family as we go through this crafting journey together. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. Keep on watching, and I will show you what this project turned out to look like. I am simply using my hot glue gun to glue these leaves to the branches. This was super easy, like I said. What you want to do is just make sure that your leaves are, positioned in the way that you want them to be seen. So for me, I'm kind of leaving like the snowflake part of the leaves behind, and I know exactly how this is going to lay on top of the furniture that I just painted. So I am just gonna go ahead and make sure to glue it in the way that I want it to show. So all you do is you add your hot glue and then just stick the paper to the branches. It's just as simple as that. Okay, you guys, so I absolutely loved how that project turned out. I love how the branches look. Now we are headed for a different type of DIY. So now I'm going to try and make some pumpkins. This project was definitely trial and error for me. I watched a video on how someone else did it, and I thought I could follow it up to a T. So what you need is some twine as well as a balloon. So I'm gonna be puffing up my balloon right here, as you guys can see. And yeah, so if you follow along, I will show you guys exactly how I was able to do this. So you want to start out by wrapping your twine around the balloon once. Make sure that you tie it pretty tight, and then go ahead and wrap it around the balloon one more time, making sure you make multiple different loops. And then what you're going to want to do is starting to shape your balloon just like a pumpkin. So you're going to take the string that you've tied around the balloon and just tighten it as tight as possible. Now, this does take a little bit of extra strength, so don't give up on it. It's definitely, trial and error, because sometimes the string wants to get loose. But alas, if you keep on trying, you will definitely achieve exactly what you want. So I just kept moving the string around to where I wanted it. And then I kept adding more string to make those divots. And then what we're going to do with the balloon is we're going to apply we're going to do some kind of paper mache technique on it so that we can make these ginormous balloon pumpkins that I've seen on the hack that I saw on Pinterest. So this is a super easy DIY that you guys can do. As you guys can see here, I'm just wrapping it multiple times around so that it doesn't go anywhere, and then you want to make sure that you tie it nice and securely. So yeah, that's exactly how I was able to do that. Keep on watching and I will show you guys how we are going to paper mache this little guy. Okay, so I am going to let this dry, and jumping into the next DIY, we are going to make some plaster pumpkins, and this is a really cute idea that I also saw on Pinterest and thought, why not make some little pumpkin accent pieces just to decorate with, and I thought that these came out super cute. Don't forget to like this video, you guys, share it with your friends and family. I really appreciate you. Keep on watching, and we have a couple more DIYs to do before we can wrap everything up. Okay, so those turned out really cute, but we are not yet done with the Pumpkin Chronicles, okay? So I'm gonna show you guys how to make another set of really big pumpkins. So this is something that I also saw. What you can do is just stuff a big plastic bag with lots and lots of whatever boxing material you've had hiding in your basement. I know we all have that one corner of like Amazon boxes and stuffings and things like that. So take that and put it into a bag, and then you're going to use some twine to just be able to kind of shape it and put it in the form of a pumpkin, because we know as of nowadays everything is just so expensive. So like for one giant pumpkin like this, it could probably be between the prices of like $40 to $60. So if you can cut down on costs and making it yourself, I think that this is a really great option for you to be able to do. So yeah, all of this material, basically you have it in your house already. And so that should cost you about $0 to be able to do. And then maybe, you know, the plaster and everything like that, if you have to buy it. So this would probably cost you anywhere around maybe $7 if you buy the plaster. But this is a very cost-effective project. I already had all the materials at home, so this was really great for me to be able to do. So I am doing the same technique that you guys saw me do with the previous pumpkin, where I am just using the twine to give the pumpkin the ridges that it has. This one is gonna turn out pretty unique, but I don't mind it. It had its imperfections, but honestly, it kind of added to the beauty of it. So, yeah, so I kind of kept it like that, and I tied it off and made sure to have it nice and secure before I started to wrap it in some paper mache. So I'm just using some leftover newspaper that I've had in the house for a while, and I'm just going to be using that to craft this beautiful pumpkin that you guys see here. I'm just using, again, some Mod Podge. You can kind of create your own Mod Podge using some water and some Elmer's glue. This is super easy to do if you have some PVA glue. I had some leftover watered down Mod Podge, so that is exactly what I'm going to be using here. So yeah, one thing that you can also do with this pumpkin is add some tape on the outside of it to be able to kind of give it its shape and make it hold. But I also enjoyed this technique as well. So all you want to do is rip up your paper and just start sticking it on there and making sure that everything is nice and compact together. So yeah, this is going to give you a nice and big jumbo pumpkin. If you needed a pumpkin for like maybe Thanksgiving or anything like that as extra decor pieces, you can definitely go ahead and try this one. Let me know what your favorite DIY is in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you. Like I said, I love when you guys chat with me in the comments down below. And yeah, I absolutely love getting back to you guys and kind of sharing some ideas. So yeah, go ahead and keep on watching, and I will show you guys what the rest of this project is going to look like. Okay, so I ended up putting my pumpkin in the basement because we have a dehumidifier down there, and this took about I'd say 24 hours to dry. But on a normal day, it'd probably take 48 hours. But make sure that your newspaper is fully dried. And now I'm going to get ready. I'm going to put my gloves on so that I can work on this pumpkin. So I'm going to apply some plaster over it. One thing that I would have rather done is to maybe sand down the paper a little bit and kind of create some smooth edges. But alas, it was perfectly fine to work with it just the way it was anyway. So what I'm just doing here is just taking scoops of the plaster and just pouring it on top of the pumpkin and smoothing it out as much as possible. So I really enjoyed this project. I'm thinking I'm gonna make a lot of these in the future. There is something just so much fun about using plaster because once you're done, it's almost like you sculpted it with your hands. So I definitely enjoy doing that. So yeah, this is what the pumpkin is gonna end up looking like. So keep on adding your plaster, and we will continue to see how the rest of this project evolves. Okay, so after I gave this giant pumpkin its second coat of plaster, I am now going to try and mix the shades so that I can go ahead and paint it. So, as you guys can see, this is what the pumpkin looks like. Honestly, not too bad. I probably would have sanded it like I said earlier, but nonetheless, it's okay. I ended up just painting it that way anyways, and yeah, it just looks like a very rustic pumpkin. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix my colors here. I can link down below the exact acrylic paints that I ended up using. I can link the entire set for you guys. So yeah, this is really easy to do. I'm just gonna use a little sponge to be able to paint this entire pumpkin, and I hope that you guys will enjoy it. I really, really like this project. So far we have done the entrance with the one furniture piece that we did, and then we also did the mirrors, the branches, and we have these pumpkins here that we're working on so far. And I also have a small little autumn sign that I want to work on with you guys. So stay tuned for that, and let's continue with the rest of the projects. Okay, you guys, so we are jumping into our next project. So I am using this little wooden sign that I found. You can DIY however you want to. So I'm going to go ahead and paint it. But first I thought I would add this cute little design at the bottom of it by taping off some part of the wood so that I can paint around it. And I'm just using some masking tape. This is super simple. I think I got this from the Dollar Tree. But either way, I am using this as a cute little sign for the front door. It comes with a handle that you can hook on top of the door, which is really, really nice. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish taping that off, and then I'm going to start painting it. Okay, so I was gonna peel this off at first, but I wanted to kind of let the paint around the tape dry a little bit. And since the top is dry, I'm gonna go ahead and glue these letters that I made. I was kind of scared of like hand making my own letters, but I just kind of went for it. So I'm just going to use my hot glue gun to glue that to the board. And I'm just gonna be just repeating that throughout all of them. What I used for this was just a light cardstock, and yeah, it worked out perfectly fine. So I really like how this came out. If you don't want to do that, you can go ahead and hand paint it onto the board if you wanted to, but I just kind of chose this direction and it worked out really nicely. So I went ahead and did the word autumn, and I thought that was really, really cute, and I really like how it came out. So that is what this project is turning out so far. I am gonna jump right into using this beautiful little wreath that you guys are seeing here. So I didn't like this wreath on its own, and I thought maybe I could switch it up and add it to the top of the sign that I'm making. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of give this a different look, so you guys should stay tuned for that. I'm gonna see how I can kind of wrap it around and just kind of do like a nice little crown at the top. I thought that this was a really cute idea, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. If you've watched this far into the video, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys found some gems in here, some tips, tricks, anything that will be able to help you in your crafting journey. Happy autumn to everyone. I hope that you guys are enjoying the fall season for everything that it has to offer. Remember to be patient with yourself and give yourself enough grace to kind of get through everything. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you guys for the next projects.